Well, next tonight, HS2 might be the most disruptive, but for one group of residents in Cambridgeshire who are threatened by the route of a new busway, the size of the transport project is irrelevant when it comes to losing your home.
The villagers in Waterbeach claim that nobody's approached them about the plans and that they only found out after a neighbour trawled through a 400-page report by the Greater Cambridgeshire Partnership.
Well, up to 6 houses and an allotment site could be lost. Matt Hudson has this story.
Liz Barton and her family have spent years creating their dream home in this tranquil corner of Waterbeach. So hearing via a neighbour that it might be demolished as part of plans for a new busway has been massively upsetting.
Considering this is our beautiful, beloved, forever home that has actually been a real source of therapy and comfort for us in a really challenging year, to find that that could suddenly be taken away from us without having the kind of common courtesy to even approach us and talk to us about it is really disappointing.
The Greater Cambridge Partnership wants the busway to serve a new township on the site of the former Waterbeach barracks. 3 of the 4 preferred routes converge at this pinch point where there are 6 houses and allotments. But it's unclear how many, if any, would have to go. Andy Taylor moved to one of 3 200-year-old cottages 27 years ago and has raised his family here.
It's a bit devastating. It came as a bit of a bolt from the blue, and just the thought that we could lose these homes, that we could have potentially a busway ploughing through the gardens here, and we would have to move somewhere else. That wasn't on our plan.
The GCP told us nothing has been decided yet. Our initial work demonstrates these emerging proposals could be delivered without demolishing homes, and the GCP's starting point for all projects is that we do not carry out compulsory purchases of residential homes and gardens. However, we cannot rule out any option until we have received and reviewed all feedback. But those we spoke to say they weren't told about the plans and only found out when one of them ploughed through a 400-page document. The current proposals also put a question mark over the future of these allotments, much to the anger of those who use them.
Totally devastating. You know, I've 20 years I've had an allotment here. It's in my blood. My dad's had an allotment for nearly 60 years. My granny was a keen gardener. And yeah, toiled it for a long time.
The busway would also run next to and possibly through part of a busy housing estate.
There's 4 routes proposed, 3 of which all come through that particular pinch point through allotments, and I can't see how they could run that route without demolition of homes.
The consultation period ends in December, but it could be many more months before a final decision is made. Time during which people here feel their lives will largely be on hold. Matthew Hudson, ITV News, Waterbeach in Cambridgeshire.
Right, plenty.